in the NBA. Jordan 1, LeBron 2, Kawhi 3rd. So he's on a lot of winning teams. Some of that's just San Antonio, though. I think the Raptors, much like Virginia basketball, off being humiliated last year in the playoffs, will come hard. They'll be aggressive. They've got their star rested. And I think Toronto, and I think Orlando knows it. It's a 2 versus 7. The bottom of the East is really bad. It's really bad. Whereas the bottom of the West, San Antonio, Clippers, interesting. Clippers can hit threes. San Antonio's well-coached. DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge are stars. So there you go. I don't have any upsets. I do think Utah will make Houston uncomfortable. I think the Nets will make the Sixers very uncomfortable. Milwaukee, their biggest issue is staying awake. They may doze off from time to time against the Pistons in that series. That is a complete and utter mismatch. You know, I was thinking of something. I'm going to save it. Rick Bucher's up next. I'm going to save this gem. I thought about something driving in today. Heck, I'm going to do it. So I was thinking about this. I'm a big believer that if you struggle in life, it better prepares you for later in life.
Right.
Failure, obstacles. Both of us, we haven't discussed this a lot, but I know enough about you, and your life wasn't perfect. You've had battles, and it's made you tough. You're tough. Somebody asked me about a couple years ago what I thought of Joy, and I said, Joy's tough.
Thank you.
Joy's tough. She can handle herself. She's tough. And that's a big thing for me, because life's about, and I didn't have a perfect childhood, blah, blah, blah. It's interesting. Magic got a lot of heat right this year in basketball. He quit. I want you to think about this. Magic's basketball life. I don't want to talk about his personal life. I'm just talking basketball. High school All-American. Goes to Michigan State, wins a title. Number 1 pick. Joins Kareem and the Lakers, wins a title. It's been a lot of success. Not a lot of basketball court failures for Magic. LeBron got cut by his high school team. Last 2 years in college, didn't win. Got the you-know-what kicked out of him for 6 years in this league before he won. Had to make his way through 2 dynasties. Won, went to baseball, failed. Came back, won, then went to Washington, failed. And has struggled for Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, despite all the 6 for 6, has had nothing but obstacles to overcome. Michael gets laughed, mocked. We roll our eyes at his GM moves, at his ownership stuff. Magic's basketball life has been virtually a book. High school All-American, college title, number 1 pick, join Kareem, best brand. Not a lot of basketball court struggles. As great as Michael is, cut. 2 years in college, didn't win. Wasn't the number 1 pick. Had that chip on his shoulder. 3rd pick. Beat up, physically, mentally beat up. Coaches fired. Celtics beat him up. Pistons beat him up. Then he wins, goes, tries baseball. Sports Illustrated media laughs at him. Is that Magic's had such a great basketball success story. This failure as a coach and as a president, it's hard for him. I think it's hard. Basketball and Magic's just success. Michael Jordan, despite his basketball success, man, there's a lot of failures in there. There's a lot of, you're not good enough. You can't beat them. You get knocked to the ground. You get drafted 3rd. And it's just funny. I was driving to work today and I was thinking, man, if you wrote a book about just basketball, I'm not talking about personal life, just basketball. Magic's a story. Michael's career is a road, and there were a lot of potholes, and he overcame a lot of them and was told no a lot and lost a lot and beaten up a lot. And I think it's created this thing with Michael Jordan where he's got a real resilience running Charlotte. Michael's road is way tougher than you think in basketball. It's been way tougher than people think. And it's created a little bit of a nastiness with Michael, a toughness. I mean, I've known enough people, and I would tell Michael this to his face. His Hall of Fame speech was petty. It was like...
I told you, sometimes you got to wait all the way to the end to get him.
It's that Andy Dufresne line. Remember that Andy Dufresne line when he had to go through the tunnel to get out? Michael That tunnel for Michael was a real thing. Here's Michael Jordan's Hall of Fame speech. Do you remember this?
And then there's Leroy Smith. Now, you guys think that's a myth. Leroy Smith was a guy, when I got cut, he made the team on the varsity team. And he's here tonight. He's still the same 6'7" guy. He's not any bigger. His game is about the same. But he started the whole process with me because when he made the team and I didn't, I wanted to prove not just to Leroy Smith, not just to myself, but to the coach who actually picked Leroy over me. I wanted to make sure you understood you made a mistake, dude.
And it's still part of Michael. All those failures.
It's so good.
I mean, I'm telling you. I mean, I think sometimes we forget, how great Magic was and how perfect it was.
His nickname is Magic.
He literally entered the NBA, and they're like, who's your center? Kareem. I mean, Kareem was like the unstoppable force in the league. Jamal Wilkes. Then pretty soon, it's the Lakers. The Bulls were terrible when Jordan got there. They were terrible. They were a laughing stock. Did Jeannie Buss secretly want Magic out? Rick Bucher, live next. Like you, I want more energy. This weekend has exhausted me. I need more energy. I need more stamina. Gary was a scientist in Arizona, had quite a career. World-class scientist. And as he got into his 50s, he's in remarkable shape. He said, I was losing a little energy. And Arizona's a great biking and hiking state. You think it's hot all the time? Got Camelback Mountain. A lot of mountains there. I just went hiking not long ago with my daughter. And he wanted to hike with his kids. He was getting tired. So he created M-Drive. And it's clinically tested ingredients. Increases natural testosterone levels. Other benefits. And it's worked. And you don't have to sleep as long. You feel more energy. M-Drive, you can get it at Walgreens or GNC or Vitamin Shop. Or just go online and get 20% off if you go to mdriveformen.com.